Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the Realacc X5R frame. This is a racing drone frame, 5 inches, it's 220 millimeters. It does come in three different versions, a 4-inch, a 5-inch, and a 6-inch version. It's a pretty basic frame where the battery goes on top. I'll put a little picture here of what the assembled frame looks like, and I'll just go over the parts here really quick. Get a bottom plate, top plate, 4 arms. You get 2 side plates here for your mounting of your camera, and then this is a little fiberglass bracing plate where you're gonna put the arms between the bottom plate and this to secure the arms. Comes with a bunch of M3 screws and nuts, and you get 8 of these. These are like 35 millimeter knurled standoffs, and they're purple anodized. So get a couple of quick measurements here. The arms are, I believe, 4 millimeters. Let's zero this out. The arms are 4 millimeters. And bottom plate is 2 millimeters. And top plate's about 1.5 millimeters. Now the quality of the carbon is okay. It's not the greatest. The cut is also okay, not the greatest as well. I'm probably going to use some diamond files to just smooth it out a little bit, because it is a little bit rough. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, and you can kind of see a little bit. It's definitely not the worst. I've seen it there, but this is a $23 frame, so you're not going to get like that really fine chamfered beveled edging like you see on some of the really nice frames that cost about 80 bucks. The other thing that was kind of disappointing is that the frame was supposed to come with a PDB and an XT60 connector. However, well, that was shown on the product page. However, mine did not come with that, and I've heard that some other people did not get that as well. So something that if you are expecting that, you should be aware of that. That was a little bit disappointing. So maybe they'll fix that. I don't know if they are going to be updating the SKU with new pictures without that or not. But it is listed in the product page as including that, and it's in the pictures, but I did not receive that. Here's a look at the cuts on the bottom plate. It's a little scratched up, but not nearly as bad as the Martian that I had on my channel a few months ago. The arms on the Martian were okay, but the I think it was the top plate that was pretty bad. Here's the top plate here on the X5R. I like the fact that it's we're gonna have, if we put some grippy stuff here to hold the battery better, because usually a lot of these frames have too many holes and kind of hard to grip the battery. And then the Vtx antenna is centered in the back here. And you can see here I'm getting a little bit of carbon dust on my fingers from the side, so they definitely didn't wash that. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna file the edges down just a little bit, just clean it up a little bit, and I'm gonna put this together, and I will be right back. Okay, so here's the frame completely assembled, and it's actually pretty easy to put together. I did file down the edges of all of the carbon plates, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show this on camera. If there's going to be any noticeable difference or not, but it is a bit nicer now. I can actually rub my fingers along the edge here without it catching, and I did minimal amount of filing. I just didn't want to have my fingers catch any carbon pieces, so I just did that on all of the arms and the bottom and top plate. And I just used these little diamond files, and if you guys are interested in getting these, I'll put a link in the description for this as well. You kind of need these files for any of these, basically any kind of these frames you get from Banggood or GearBest, because they tend to cut them pretty quickly, and they're not very precise, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but the cuts aren't as clean as they possibly could be. And then you just have to basically take these files and rub them against the edges. I just usually do it under some running water, and just smooths out all of the pieces so that I don't catch any carbon splinters into my fingers. That's basically what I'm trying to avoid. Makes it look a little nicer, but yeah, it looks pretty nice with these purple standoffs, these 35 millimeter purple standoffs. And putting the arms in here is pretty easy. You just use this little bracing plate, and the bottom plate sandwiches the arms, and then you use these longer 12mm screws and nuts for these arms here. There's going to be 3 holes. You can put them on the outside hole and on the inner hole. Let's actually see here on the bottom here, and then this hole here is going to be for another 12mm screw, and it's going to go up through, and then you're going to use some nylon standoffs here on that screw for your PDB and flight controller. That'll mount that. The nylon standoffs usually come with the PDB or flight controller. They don't usually come with the frame, so if you're wondering about that, that's what those holes are for. And let's get a quick weight measurement. This is just the frame itself, no electronics. It looks like it's just almost overloading the scale here. It's about 121 grams. So, yeah, so at 121 grams, that is a bit on the heavy side for a 5-inch racing frame. Although I think that with these really thick 4mm arms, you're probably going to survive a lot of crashes with this. And the 2mm bottom plate. So if you're looking for a really durable frame, if you are a beginner, this might not be a bad choice. It's pretty inexpensive, although even though it's $24, it doesn't come with a PDB, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, other than that, I think it's going to be an interesting build up. Probably builds up pretty quick with a bunch of parts. I've got some Emax motors, some Racer ESCs and stuff. I'll put a build video for this frame up on my channel pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. Let me know if you have any questions on this frame, and I'll try and address it in the next video on this frame. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.